is LGUnTold. How you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Just got off work and looking forward to doing some really awesome StarCraft casts. So let's get into it, guys. Um, this is going to be the first of 15 games that we're going to be casting, and all the games featured are going to have these players right here. Should be coming out. Okay. See this awesome little scroll with epic players that we're going to be getting into? Yeah. That's going to be it. So, all that being said, the very first game we're going to be playing, or watching, is going to be played between Goody and yet another really awesome player, Snute. These are, well, Goody's well known, but Snute not many people know about. A little bit of information on Snute, because again, not many people know about him. He's more of a weekly online tournament winner. He doesn't do a lot in the more prestigious leagues. He's just not really competing in those right now. His play style is really, really aggressive, and I mean, he's pretty ruthless with it, to be honest with it. He uses a lot of Ling and Baneling drops against every race. He's kind of a beast, to be honest, so that's what I'm looking forward to seeing from him, from these games. But in any case,
Another thing worth mentioning about him is that one of his nicknames is actually the Comeback King. So he's known for doing these really heavy aggressive attacks and then getting really far behind and coming back to win the game.
yes sir, yes sir. But with all that preamble, we are going to be moving right on into these games. So 3, 2, 1, go. So here on the top left-hand side of GSL and Antiga Shipyard, we have the Purple Terran going by the ID ESC. He is Goody. On the bottom right-hand side of that same map, we have Snute. He's the Red Zerg player, and he is the guy we were just talking about earlier, the Comeback King. So, do you know very much about either of these players other than nicknames?
I've seen a couple of games from Snute. I really like his aggression. He really shows that you can be aggressive early game as Zerg. There's a lot of Zergs that like to just sit back and macro up to Hive Tech, but he just shows that Tier 1 is the one.
I hear that, man. We are going to be seeing a vast expansion here from Snute, and this is a 1-Rex expansion from Goody. Goody is actually a player known for doing really, really economical builds behind a lot of drop play. So he's one of those kind of cause-like players, or, I mean, I guess people would be more familiar with Gumiho, those of us who watch the GSL, so he's one of those kind of Terran. Here's the pull before gas coming from Snute. And we are getting a message by people on Battle.net. Let's go ahead and turn that off.
Yep, and you see both players just opening pretty standard, Terran just wanting to get his command center up as soon as possible. Zerg just wanting to drone. You see a bunker actually come down from Goody right in the natural of Snute.
Absolutely, and this is probably just going to be some light pressure. There's not enough production here to do any damage, but it all depends on how Snute decides to react, and he's doing actually everything he needs to do. This SCV only now starting to take damage, but this bunker isn't really going to be allowed to finish. The SCV's being really annoying, hiding behind the Vespene Geyser, but
and he does finish the bunker.
Bunker finishes, but the SCV dies. 2 Marines will be...
He does have an SCV on the way.
Yeah, and 1 Marine and that SCV going to show up. A 2nd Marine is on the way as well. This isn't the greatest thing for Snute, but he's not really worried about this either. There's just not going to be enough Marines rallied over here quick enough. Goody is going to safely get this command center up, though, so there's not going to be much Snute can do other than just hold on for his life. There's a lot of Lings being forced here, but again, it's only a few drones that he couldn't make. He's still ahead. Uh-oh, he's actually pulled a lot of drones. He's going to go straight for this attack. He's going to see his bunker is now finishing, and even if he does manage to kill the first bunker, they're going to have someplace to rally right into. The SCV goes down. That's huge. Now, no repair here for the bunker. The drones can be pulled away with 2 queens firing down on the bunker. The lanes have been cleaned up, but the Marines target... The Marine running in from the side got targeted down, and now the queens are targeting down the bunker. Spying Crawler was able to get into position. Marines have been pulled out of the bunker, targeting down drones. Really awesome stuff here by both players. Goody with the insane aggression. Snute with...
Oh, and he almost gets the queen.
Ooh.
No, and he doesn't get it.
Nope, not quite, and there will be enough energy for a transfuse if he chooses to use it. We've got both gases being taken at the expansion and a third gas at the main. Okay, so we will probably be seeing some kind of roach play here from Snute, or maybe later.
Something really interesting to note about the bunker. If you pull up the units lost tab, both of them are very equal. Just the only thing that you have to realize about Goody is he didn't really commit a whole lot to this. He had 3 Marines in these bunkers. He had 1 extra die on the rally point, but he did a lot of damage with that. He killed a lot of drones. He almost killed a queen. If he would have killed a queen, he would have been completely ahead. But now everything's just fine. You know, you see him swapping the factory over, getting ready to start pumping out some hellions. Starport could even see a hellion drop in the main here, which would do a lot of economical damage.
There's a lot of possibilities that Goody could do, but this is the basic 1-Rax expand into Reactor Hellion, and you can follow this up with a Banshee if you like, but Goody is choosing to do more than likely is going to choose to do another orbital, because that's the alternative. If you don't follow this up with a Banshee, you get a 3rd orbital. I'm not really sure though. I've not seen this game yet, so we will see. 3rd is being taken now by Snute. There's not a lot of Terran aggression to be able to deal with this. What do you think of the game so far, man? Like, Goody is kind of dropping into a defensive posture with only these hellions to take out.
I think Goody's in a really great position, and the reason that I say that is because normally in a ZVT standpoint, if the Terran gets the bunker up, you could potentially just lose the game right then and there. Snute hung on. He did the best possible job that he could to make do with what he had. You know, Goody still, he really didn't commit a whole lot. He got the salvage off on one of the bunkers, so he's not as far behind economically as the Zerg. And now he can just be really aggressive. He can get Marines out, he can get Medevacs out, he can get Hellions out, all which are really good against Lings, except the only problem for Goody is he doesn't know that his opponent has roaches. And that could be a really blindside counter to what he's doing.
Oh, he's actually scouted the Roachborn already. He got that on his scan. But actually, kind of interesting to note, these roaches are more to be able to take this 3rd, because in the current metagame, Hellions deny this 3rd going down. Roaches are allowed this 3rd to get finished before 9 minutes, and that's really huge in Zerg repertoire. These roaches are going to apply a little bit of pressure, but with 2 bunkers already down, I don't think we're going to see much success here. It will force this command center to be cancelled.
I think that if Snute really wanted to, he could just Roach Lane or Roach Bane Lane all in and actually win this game right now because of the unit composition that the Terran has.
That's possible, man. He's actually already got the tech for it if that's what he wanted to do. Again,
some really nice shots off.
Yeah, this is not looking good. I don't know why this command center is being built here, actually. This is just super greedy. It's obvious he wants to float it to this 3rd. I know why he wants to. Ooh, 10 Banelings being launched.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for a Roach Banelane all in here. And I don't think that he's even going to have a problem in doing so. You know, I mean, Goody doesn't have any tanks out at all. You know, he doesn't have any real brute force with his army. So this Marine force is just going to get pushed over with these Banelings.
This does not look good for Goody. Burrow and Infestor Tech are on the way for our Zerg player. And if this doesn't kill the Terran, that will. Because he has no missile turrets. He's not ready at all for the next phase of this attack. Actually, he's not ready for this phase. I mean, his units are getting cleaned up.
If you could pick 3 words that's going through Goody's mind right now, what do you think they are?
Oh, fucking hell.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yep, and he's just getting in. I mean, there's really no way that Goody can come back from this either, though. You know, the front line was broken. All of his units are dead. He can't reproduce nearly as fast as the Zerd. The Zerd is a third up. I mean, he's just in a commanding position, and I don't see the Terran winning this game whatsoever.
I want to pause at 12:25. So,
Okay.
chilling right here for a second. Income tabs up. Units killed tabs up. I want to compare these numbers. We have 24 workers killed for Snute. That's 2 of those were from the bunker rush. 2 of those were from the command center here at the Natural. So 20 workers have been killed basically since the roaches got past the Natural. That's what I want to say here. So that would put the Terran at 47 harvesters when this started, plus mules. The Zerg's at 48. What happened here is Goody got greedy. Had he kept the command center in his main, he wouldn't have overextended his forces beyond his bunkers. Had that not occurred, this Roach Baneling thing might have still happened, but he would have been in a much better position to deal with it. Whether he had held it or not remains to be seen, but what this looks like to me is too many straws on the camel's back. But in any case, let's get this back on pause, and 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, even if you watch the little groups of roaches, he actually has all of them microed for targets, you know, shift click, targeted, everything. You know, he just has this completely under control. Even if Goody does clean this up, there's really no way to come back from this economic disadvantage. It's really just, I mean, mules are good, but they're not that good.
The roaches were basically used as front to break the front of the Terran.
Yep.
The
absolutely.
Lings are just being rallied in now. Ooh, burrowed Lings. That's even nastier. But a quick scan will deal with that pretty simply. Ooh, mules.
Yeah, he's gonna get 3 free mule kills here, or not necessarily free, but at this point, Snute can really just throw his units away. He's on 3 base. His injects aren't, and there's the GG from Goody.
Yeah, there was nothing else Goody could have done there, man. I don't think.
No, there really wasn't.
I don't think there's much else to say other than Goody was outplayed.
I just think if I had to pick one thing that Goody did wrong with his play is he didn't have tank production soon enough. Like, he went for a really early. He went for a really early bunker rush, which is really good, and it did a lot of pressure. But that should have replaced the pressure of the hellions. So I feel like when he went for those hellions, the timing was so late that there really wasn't much that he could do with them compared to if he would have just gone for a hellion expo.
I believe there's some truth in your words, man. But it's time to move on to the next game. So guys, hit F5 on your keyboards because we're going to be turning this cast off for the sake of YouTube and coming back to it in about 2 minutes. Alright guys, catch you then. Bye-bye.